Hey, what's up, guys? So I just wanted to explain to you guys the TSM situation and what's going on with the team and what happened with TheRainMan. So basically, yesterday we all sat down and talked as a team, and TheRainMan proposed that he should just leave the team and be a sub, mainly because he did not want to stick with, or he didn't want to do our practice schedule, and he said it was a waste of time. He did not feel like we would be able to win Season 2 if we stuck with that practice schedule. So that's basically the gist of it, and I am going to go into detail of what happened and why we came to that conclusion. So the reason why Rayman left was not because of, it's not about who's the weakest link or about anyone's play particularly. There's a lot of speculation going on as I rage at Rayman and therefore I forced them to quit, which is not the case at all. So many of you guys don't know because you guys don't know us very well and you guys are our fans, but you guys would not see us off camera. So I would probably say I'm the closest person to TheRainMan off on the team, and the reason why we rage at each other is because it comes through frustration with plays or how the team is doing in the scrim, and it has nothing to do with TheRainMan leaving. So there you go, and I'll tell you guys why TheRainMan left and what happened. So Hanover, we went to Hanover practicing 12 hours a day, and we scrimmed a lot. We played a lot as fives, and we lost. And we came to the conclusion that we lost because we didn't talk enough. There's Dignitas playing 2 hours a day, but they talk about the game 4 hours a day in the theory craft. They come in with a solid strategy, and they have a lot of planning. And there's Moscow 5 that took first. That plays 10 hours a day as a team, and they do a lot of talking and a lot of theory crafting. TSM just plays, but we don't talk at all. We don't strategize, and we go into the game without a plan. We just go there and just play like how we've always done, and that's why we haven't been performing. So at Hanover and after Hanover, we sat down as a team and we came out with the schedule. Specifically, I would probably say 4 of us, besides TheRainMan, agreed on the schedule where we would wake up at 8 a.m., play solo queue for 2 hours, and scrim from 12 to 8, and then from 8 o'clock to 12 we would theory craft for 4 hours. So that's a really, really, really tedious and tiring schedule, and basically that was a regiment that everyone agreed on, and that was something that TheRainMan did not want to do. He wanted to play solo queue from 8 to 6 o'clock and just scrim for 4 hours, and he didn't think it was important to talk, and he basically felt that individual skill is everything, and we can work on teamwork later once we refine our individual skill. But the thing is that everyone on the team wanted to do range 5s and wanted to focus on the team more because individually we're all pretty decent, and we felt that doing a range was a lot more important, and we told TheRainMan that you have to stick with the regiment because we want to do it and there's 4 people that want to do it, and we told them that we felt that a range was more important and talking was really important because that's something that we lacked, and that's something that he did not want to do. And then we continued to talk about it for I think like an hour or so and talked about the difference between solo queue and range 5s, and then basically TheRainMan told us that he didn't want to waste months playing 12 hours a day when he didn't feel like it would work at all. So he just proposed that you guys should find a replacement for me for IPL, and he was like, I want to see how your practice regimen would work because that's something I don't want to go through. So that's basically it. As simple as it is, he didn't want to wake up at 8 a.m. every day, play to 12, and invest like 16 hours a day, fully focusing on playing range 5s. He felt that he could learn a lot through solo queue, and he actually has some legitimate reasons. The legitimate reason is that when you're playing a range 5s or scrimming, it takes a long time to find scrims, and you're just sitting there and you're wasting time because you're not playing. And our proposal to it was we needed to talk a lot more anyways, so when we sit there and there's downtime, we should always be theory crafting. But he felt like it was more important to just to play because we're not at our best mechanically, and that's as simple as it sounds, that was the reason why Raymond left, and there's nothing to it. I mean, I explained to you guys, the rage is just when we're losing scrims or something's going wrong and people feel frustrated. Yeah, I'm going to rage at Raymond, and yeah, he's going to rage at me, and we feel frustrated. But him leaving the team is on a totally different level than simple rage. And on top of that, why it was released without a quote from me was because I was asleep and it got leaked. So what happened was yesterday, Raymond decided to leave, and he was like, yeah, so you guys should find a replacement for me for IPL, because I don't think your practice schedule would work, and if IPL didn't work well for you, then I wouldn't mind playing again. So it was just like that. And what we told him was that we want someone that would be dedicated and go through the practice schedule with us. And he was basically like, you guys should try it, and it's not going to work out, then you guys can find me. And we were like, we should, if we find someone else, we're just going to stick with them as a team, because we wanted to, I don't know, just practice and try our hardest. But I don't know, that's just something he wasn't up for. I can't explain to you guys why. He didn't feel like our regimen would work, and obviously in the past the regimen we didn't work. That's why we changed it. But if it doesn't work, then I guess we're at fault. But I still strongly believe that solo queue is not the right way to go. On top of that, there's pretty much nothing else for me to explain. Why there wasn't a quote for me was because they were talking about how we can release this, because it's something really big that Raymond left, and it's really huge that Raymond left, and they're planning on writing it and releasing it today. But Darius looked at it, and he told everyone on stream anyways, and they just released it while I was asleep. I streamed all day from like 2 a.m. to 2 p.m. and they released it like at 5 p.m. so I was asleep during that time. There was no quote for me, and I just didn't want to be like, oh, people are raging at me because I didn't put a quote in there. I'm just going to edit it and put it in there. Like, it didn't make sense to me. Yes, it's a big deal for you guys that Rayman left the team, and there was a lot of speculation that he got kicked, but that's not the case. It is a big deal to us as well, but at the same time, the way we handled it, it made it not a big deal, mainly because we did not know that Darius was going to join the team until yesterday, where we needed to find a fifth for IPL really fast, and Darius has been looking for a super serious team because his team doesn't take it as seriously. So yesterday Rayman just left, and yesterday we just picked up Darius. There was not any thought into being like, Rayman, we're going to replace you. It was just, he left, and if that's not believable, then that's not believable, but that's just what happened. Anyways, that's it.